Welcome back to Dubsy Bricks, and it's announcement time here in the Lego room. So as you may be aware, we are getting very close to the end of the Jabba Palace mock build series, and we've probably got about 2 or 3 weeks left before the finale. So we're just waiting on a couple of orders to come in so we can get that mock series all finished up. And once we've done that, we don't want to wait too long before starting the next one. It'll be about a week or so later. And the next mock we're going to be building is Mandalore. So it's going to be based mainly on the Clone Wars. However, there will be some scenes from the Mandalorian. So I've drawn up here roughly what I'm aiming to sort of like make the mock look like. So this is going to be an exposed section down the bottom here. And these are things that you would have seen in the Mandalorian. So although they're not in the Clone Wars, these places would have been below the city had like it been shown in the Clone Wars, or that's my understanding. So this is where the waters, where Mando goes in and then falls down to the bottom and gets rescued by Bo-Katan. This is the forge that they find. And this area here, we're going to have one of the spider creatures, or spider joys, or whatever you call them, that you also see in season 3 of The Mandalorian. So although this is heavily Mandalorian based, this mock is in effect based during the Clone Wars, but I'm just putting those little things in there just as sort of like little Easter eggs or extra details, just purely because I want to build those into this Mandalore mock. So again, these buildings, they're not actually anything I've seen within the Clone Wars, but they are buildings that you could imagine being there. So I'm just going to put some images on the screen now, and as you can see, all of them have a very similar architecture to them, very similar design, and that's what we're going to be sort of like basing it on. This bit here is the entrance to the chute that goes down into the tunnels where Ahsoka confronts Gar Saxon and Darth Maul, and there'll be tunnels here. So again, this section here will all be exposed. Now this building here, I'm probably just going to have 2 sides on it, so you'll be able to see in from the back and from that side as well. And I'm thinking about putting the prison cells in there, and like the elevator shaft and things like that you see in the Clone Wars again. Over this side, I'm going to have it so you can't actually see in. The only place you'll be able to see in would be from the back, if I even do that, because my aim at the moment is to build this mock up against a wall. So again, realistically, I could cover the back wall of that side up as well. Now, once again, whether I do anything in here, we could do some Easter eggs of some description, some rooms or whatever. So we'll rewatch all of the episodes from the Clone Wars and just see what we can do in there. On the top here, that's going to be the throne room. And again, there's going to be a walkway going across here. There'll be a little garden section on the top here, and then a doorway there. And then I'll do some sort of entrance, or it comes up to here. And that's going to be a landing pad where there's going to be a Mandalorian gauntlet on there. Now, I would really like to make a minifig scale gauntlet. However, again, the size of it is larger than the Millennium Falcon. So if you sort of like think of how big the UCS Millennium Falcon is, this mock would be gigantic, and it wouldn't fit within the base plate size that I'm aiming to make this mock make this mock on, basically. Section here is all going to be suspended, so it's going to be kept up by these 2 buildings either side here. And this platform here, I'm going to be using the scene when Obi-Wan Kenobi puts the jetpack on that is given to him by Bo-Katan in the Clone Wars episode. And again, it's not necessarily going to depict that scene, but it's going to be looking like landing pad on there. And again, up the side here, we've got a couple of little structures as well, and I'm going to be using this image here for that structure. So I'm going to be trying to base it on there. Now, on the side of this building, because you will be able to see from the side, this is where the looks out over the courtyard, so it would be sort of there. Now, I know that's not accurate to the episode, because I think the wall would have carried on along here and it wouldn't have gone that way, but that is what we are basically going to be doing on there. So we'll have all different designs on the wall, all the way up here, all different patterns and things like that, and then we'll have the steps going up here. So this section just here, that's where the mural would be, which there was a brilliant, the one that David got done from Solid Brick Studio, where it was printed onto tiles. It was amazing. It'd be so good to get something like that put on there, but I don't think that's going to necessarily happen. But we might just do something else down there, some other decorative thing on there. So these obviously are the blue windows that you would see all the way along, all different sort of like styles of it. And how tall these buildings are, they'll probably be a lot taller than what it looks like in this picture here. But this is just a rough idea of what we're going to be doing. And obviously we'll be starting at the bottom and working our way up on there. It's not going to be modular, I don't think. I think it's going to be too difficult to make it modular. And there's a lot more work that has to go into it structurally wise. I could potentially make the bottom section as one and then do the rest of it separately. But again, we'll cross that bridge further down the line. I mean, it would be really nice if I could exhibit this somewhere. But again, we'll have a think about that, and when we start making it and find out whether or not it is something we think we can get away with. I mean, I could make this into 3 separate sections along here, and then they just clip together. And then again, we could possibly do these buildings all separately as well. So whether or not we do so, I'm not sure, but mainly because of how strong I want to make these sections here, I'm not sure whether or not we can do it or not. But one of the biggest challenges is going to be making the gauntlet, because as I said, I want to make that from scratch, and I want to make it quite a lot bigger than what the Lego sets are as well. So it's going to be exciting times. Really looking forward to this. This is probably the most exciting MOC that I've built so far. Obviously, we're only on this will be our 4th MOC, so but this is probably the one I'm most excited about out of all of them that we've done to date. Now we have made a start on getting the minifigures for this. We've obviously got, as you see here, we've got a few of the sets already. However, the Darth Maul Mandalorians would need a lot more of those for this MOC. But the MOC, I'm not going to be making it overwhelmed with vehicles. So as mentioned, this may very well be the only vehicle you see on the MOC. I don't want it to look cluttered. I think when you start putting vehicles into MOCs, it can sometimes really shrink the MOC down. And I think the minifigures can make the MOC look big, a lot bigger than it is, whereas the vehicles make it look smaller than it is, if that makes sense. So the main thing that I'm going to be making the MOC stand out for is the architecture and the minifigure placement on there. So yeah, so there it is. Anyway, I hope you're excited for this MOC build series. If there's things you think would be good to add to the room over here, please pop it in the comments section below, and let me know your thoughts on this MOC build series. Be interested to hear what people think. Anyway, this MOC build series, as I said, will be starting probably a week or 2 after we've finished Jabba's Palace, because obviously we need to demolish Jabba's Palace and then rearrange the room, get the room all set up for the new MOC build series. Yeah, can't wait to get started on it. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of work that we're going to be doing in the meantime, just getting ready for this build series. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this announcement, and catch you on the next one. Thanks for walking on by. See you next time. Bye for now.